Tim, big second half, obviously, for you guys on Friday. Just talking through what changed there. You started connecting with Bo a lot more and made some big plays and had that touchdown. What changed for you guys?
I think the one thing is just continue to battle. I feel like as a team we just continued to battle no matter what the score was, and that put us in a good position. In the second half, me and Bo, we just continued to connect. I feel like our nerves and everything probably got settled down, and we were able to start getting connected. And when it's a push to get back, where you want to be and get control of the game, you got to put everything aside and just play.
What did you notice? You played with him a lot during training camp. That's your first time playing a full game with Bo. What did you get to notice about playing with him?
Yeah, just his leadership, his ability to stay calm, through adversity. He's not one of those guys that kind of just get a little frantic when things get hot. He just calmed down, and, you could feel that he's still in control, and I think that's a major thing for all of us.
A lot of people held their breath when you came down with that ball in the end zone and hurt your neck or shoulder. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I feel really good. Today I went out there and ran some routes and felt pretty good, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's practice.
You think you're ready for?
Yeah, no,
I'm ready Sunday.
Yeah, I'm for sure.
It was neck or shoulder something, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Were you worried? I mean, you looked worried.
Not really. I mean, if you see me look at the camera, I kind of made a face to it and everything. I was just, enjoying that time, and I think it was just a crazy situation.
It was hard for those of us that have watched every day in practice, you and Bo, the way you connected, to see what happened in that first half.
Yeah.
How would you explain that?
Like I said, I feel like it was just like early game jitters. People want to, when we get out there, we want to do so much. We want the play to go exactly how it's supposed to go.
Right.
And, when it doesn't connect early, sometimes that can derail you, and I feel like we went back into the locker room in the first half, after the first half, and came out the second half, and we found our way. So I think that's most important.
How important do you think it is to you guys as a battery, just speaking of you two, I realize there's other receivers,
Yeah.
to not only connect it on that one for a touchdown, but the manner, the kind of play that it was, jump
Yeah.
ball, that kind of thing?
I think it's a big confidence booster. I think it allows Bo to know the type of ability that I have, because a lot of those plays in practice you don't really get those plays in practice, and for him to be able to see that, kind of knows like, okay, like he can make these type of plays, and for me as well, I'm like, okay, I can make those type of plays. So I think it's a big confidence booster.
How important are real-time adjustments going to be in these first couple of weeks? Because I imagine, and I'm only speaking for myself, thinking from your perspective, because you're so important to this offense, but when you see, obviously, on the other side, a team that's been together for so long, Collaros and his receivers connecting on plays with Schoen, and then you look at Bo, knowing your reputation and Bo's reputation, do you have to kind of play down the frustrations? Because it's easy in that atmosphere to be like, we can make plays too. We're a hair difference in terms of just where our execution.
Yeah, I think the major thing is just understanding that some things, they take time, and I don't think it's going to take too much time, just because based off of our experience. I don't think it's really too much to look into. I feel like as long as we just continue to connect and practice, and we get out there in the games, Bo's going to get used to how I'm running routes, and I'm going to just try to be as consistent as I possibly can for him, and then we're just going to mesh pretty well.
What's one, and I can also understand too if you don't want to answer it, but what's one cue or who he is as a quarterback in real time that some guys it's a verbal cue, visual cue with the quarterback and receiver? What have you noticed about Bo in real time in a game situation where you're like, okay, I'm starting to read his tendencies, in terms of our receiver-quarterback relationship?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is just body language, especially like for me. Just the way that I run my routes and the speed that I run my route at. I think that's one of the things that he has to see, and him having more reps and visualization with me doing that is definitely like better for him. And for me, just being as consistent as I possibly can. I feel like we've been on the same page, and it's just going to take us doing it in the game.